So I thought it would be appropriate to do this wisdom drop on the divine feminine, integrating with her divine masculine and sacred union in the bathtub, because the bathtub is a place of perfection. It is a place of love and self-care, and also a place to dump our messes, to exfoliate off our dead skin, our toxins. So it's kind of a great metaphor for life and for the divine union. So when I was little, I fantasized about Prince Charming. He would come and see that I was just so worthy of love, and he would take away all my pain. And somehow I had a plan that I would get a lot of lotion and put it on my hands and get hair gel and style up my hair. And it was the 80s when I was programmed so heavily with the beauty industry. But I knew that when I grew up, I would become a beautiful woman. And I would stay beautiful, and I would anti-age, and I would be the goddess who would receive a man who wouldn't leave me, because I was hot, because I was smart and intelligent, and because I was confident. What I really didn't know at the time is that's not what a divine union is at all. In fact, the hotter and more confident in a kind of phony, fake way I got, the more fraudsters I got. I mean, it got to the point where I literally was dating a guy that his blueprint was his father was still married to another woman and had 3 children with the other woman, and was still hooking up with his mom. And I found out later that this man that I was dating had lied about his age, that he was actually 6 years younger than he said he was. So why I share that story is because we want to be fully transparent with ourselves. Yes, it can be fun to put on makeup, and I do that, and I love beauty treatments just like any other girl or goddess. And if you cannot be with your beloved, not only without makeup, but with snot running down your face because you are in tears because you're having a shamanic clearing, like I did this week, and I had 2 beautiful men holding space where I couldn't even blow my own nose because I was on plant medicine and I was healing the pain of the feminine. I've also had times where I was so grateful that my beloved was there for me in a state of near death. I hemorrhaged after I gave birth naturally, and my husband was there to hold me up, and he fully loved and supported me from a Archangel Michael level self. Now, the past person in me was like, I'm not worthy unless I look beautiful, unless I'm hot. But I was actually looking really not hemorrhaging out, and my husband actually has a fear of blood, and he was there and unstoppable, holding me up with 2 other people. And I share that story not to be gross, but to say that life is messy. It is mucky, especially if you're going to be a parent. Let's get real. Kids are messy. The way that they're brought into life, I don't know what birth is like perfectly neat. You start in life with a lot of mess. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful mess, just like a lotus, a flower that's coming out of muck. We are those flowers, and we're transcending the mud and the pain of ancestral trauma and the patterns. And, I don't know how many times a day my husband and I have to take deep breaths because we're not perfect parents, and we have instincts that tell us we want to scream at our kid, or we want to lash out, or we want to go unconscious, or we want to dissociate. And instead, we are here to create new pathways. We are here in the divine union to create new relationships, relational tools that stem from divine love and trust and connection with God, versus old reptilian brain patterns, verbal abuse patterns, shutdown patterns, nervous system patterns. So there's a nice blending of like channeling higher wisdom, and also like we gotta take responsibility and realize that we have in our nervous systems old dysfunctional pains and traumas and ways we respond that maybe we shouldn't shame them, because the thing is, trauma and survival, like you did what you had to do. Congratulations, you got here. Even if your ancestor was dark and channeled a horrible entity, and you received that entity and maybe took some of it on, or in order to defend yourself, you became just empowered. You have become a distorted version of your amazing, incredible, infinite, all-loving soul, and you're like, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong. Just like, this is an opportunity to love yourself deeper. And so as my face is getting sweatier and sweatier in this beautiful bath, thank you for joining me. Don't you love rose baths? we gotta say that life is a celebration. It's a celebration of beauty, and it's a celebration of there's so many things that you could celebrate about your life, and there are also so many things that, you probably could rightfully complain and send a letter to the creator and your guides that helped you sign up for this crazy adventure. So if we focus more on the complaints, we get more things to complain about. We get more of that medicine. Focus on the gratitude. Think about some things that you're so blessed about. And then the things that are like really tough, that have been literally taxes have been really taxing for us in our relationship. The last couple of years, we've done taxes in 2 countries, with crypto taxes, with business taxes, with personal taxes for 3 people. Well, 2 people plus a child that we have to get a visa for. And seems like we're always going to some type of governmental office just because we came to planet Earth to live in bliss, and we are trying to create new pathways. And like, still, these old structures are here. We can laugh, we can love, we can let go and surrender and focus on what we are grateful for. And then just like celebrate. Oh, I went to that tax office and met with my accountant, and like I took some deep breaths, and I put on my essential oils, and I lit a candle before I went and meditated, and look at the miracles that happen. So it's not easy being an embodiment of divine feminine love and divine masculine energy, or as I call it, flame, F-L-A-M-E, the flame, feminine love aligned with masculine energy. It's not easy becoming a human that is an angel, coming from that heaven on earth energy, that divine union on earth energy. You know what I'm talking about? It's messy here. It's painful here. It's uncomfortable here in some major ways. We're not just living in the light, full bliss, almighty, holy orgasm all the time. Not quite, not on earth. We have some ups and downs. And so the point that I'm wanting to get to is, can we have more compassion for ourselves? Can we have more compassion for our loved ones, our partners, our mirrors, and see the struggle is real, and it's also kind of not. We can also say, you know what, you're going to get through this. I'm getting through this. I might be acting in an immature way. I might feel unlovable, like I made a mistake. I picked the wrong partner. Someone doesn't like me. I failed at my business. The list can go on. And we can also go, you know what? I chose to sign up for this, and it's an opportunity to love myself deeper and to love my loved ones deeper, and see between the lies, see beyond the illusion, let go and let love. And that's where divine feminine love is unconditional. And divine masculine energy allows us to pierce through any illusions, any lies. And so one example is, I thought this one person was my twin flame, and he had to love me back. And to do that, he had to marry me and be with me forever. And now I realize he does love me unconditionally. He is God. I am God. And the biggest gift he ever gave me was leaving me, breaking my heart, rupturing my soul, letting me on my own, left at the curbside, pick myself up and become the empowered woman I am today. And to know that I'm with a partner not because someone chose me out of my pain because he was guilty. I'm with a partner who wants to be with me, who never did anything wrong to me. I mean, we do things wrong to each other. Don't let me get that wrong. We're human. We step on each other's toes and accidentally spray lemon juice in each other's eyes every once in a while. After 10 years, you start to become the old married couple that still does silly things to each other, but we take responsibility. What I want to say is that I'm not with someone out of a fear of being abandoned, because I've been abandoned. I've been abandoned to the point where there was nothing left to feel, because the pain was so deep and it happened so much that it just like blew a hole in my heart, and I had to start over again. And from that place, I brought in love. I brought in more love. I rebirthed myself. And even when I thought my partner was leaving me, even when we disengaged, he put an engagement ring on. After tears, he was like, actually, never mind. I need to rethink this. We need to take some time off. And that time off, I wed myself. I was like, all right, if he's not doing it, I'm doing it. I made love to myself. I committed to God within myself, within my body, within my womb. And whatever came after that was just going to be like he was going to have to work for it after that. And he did. And here we are. We've been married for 10 years. That was 8 years ago or 7, something like that. You can follow our channel and look back at our old videos. We shared everything. And sometimes it's a little embarrassing. We were literally like sharing what we're going through on YouTube publicly. But hey, if you're watching this video, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my tribe. This has been an amazing last 10 years on YouTube. Well, actually, okay, so if I launched in 2011 and it's 2024, okay, it's been 13 years. The first channel got taken down, and then this channel is still standing. It's blocked, I will admit, it is blocked. The algorithm is not in my favor anymore for whatever reason. I forgive you, algorithm, too. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. And I also trust that whoever is getting this message through amazing miracles is ready for the message, for you to take this forward and be that divine feminine love, that divine masculine energy for yourself. And in the mirror of every being, and even every AI bot that might want to shut you down, or any trolls or demons or whatever, you beam that love through and just don't let it stop you. So thank you for letting me share this to your divine union within, without, and all about. Much love.